Hi, today I have a little bit of an emergency video to make because I recently acquired something very cool. This 200 pounds or 100 kilograms of electronics is something I recently got. It's an Ampex ESS3 video something decoder shenanigans. Why is it an emergency video, you may ask? Because this thing smells. It smells horribly. Like fish. You know what smells like fish? Leaking capacitors. So I want to try to get all the capacitors out of this machine so they can't leak and can't break it. What even is in this thing? And it's just a whole bunch of cards in a cage and some other bits and bobs which I don't really know. It's a big box, it's a heavy box, it's a very heavy box, and like I basically know next to nothing about it. I searched the internet, but I couldn't find anything about it. So when I remove this front bracket here, which holds the cards in, you can remove the cards. I will remove all the cards to get it empty and I will show the cards. After the last video, some people commented about I should like look at what the things do and whatnot. That is a very true fact if I would make an explaining video, but I have never opened this box. I have no clue what's inside here. I am not trying to explain what this is to you. I'm trying to figure out it myself, documenting that, hoping that you may know more. Anyway, so first we have the digital to analog output board. There are two of those. It's just a whole bunch of digital to analog conversion things. Makes sense. Those magenta wires, I would say, go to the output pins, the video output, analog video outputs on the back. Then we have the input and sync board, has some more chips on it, some analog circuitry, but again I cannot see electrolytic capacitors on this. So this is a safe one too. They're heavy, by the way. They're really heavy boards. Then this one is a digital analog comparator input. So I labeled the inputs. Here we go, 2 blue lines, a green and a blue line, 2 green lines, and a cross. Good. So I should be able to safely disconnect that without forgetting what they are. With those removed, I can remove the card, which looks like this. Oh, they're also labeled, right? They're labeled on the card, but maybe not the cables labeled. So say I labeled them. And we have the switcher / keyer. This looks like some memory. This is super consistent, the same. This could be memory. That too, like that's probably like a memory bank or something. Maybe that even too. And there is some random TRW chips here. Then we have the re-entry board, which I don't really know what it will do. But this is the first board that doesn't have cardboard on the back. So this is probably a purely digital board. Also have just tons of logic, and don't worry, they are labeled here so I can put them back in the right way. That's a memory board. Yeah, it says frame buffer. That's just memory, whole bunch of memory. I will probably put the memory amount on the bottom in post. The memory chip are TMS 4164-15NL and they are 16 by 8, so they're like 2 banks 8 by 8 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 RAM addressing card. And then the second RAM card, which is exactly the same as we just looked at. And then we have a size reducer, so a scaler board. There's lots of logic on it, still like some DRW chip, and a lot of PALs and ROMs and stuff. Then we have the data controller. So this is the SCSI and Harddrive controller. There's a proprietary hard drive on it. There is a Motorola 68000 here, and that's a drive controller or some support chip from Motorola. And then some RAM. It kind of looks like a layout of an Amiga with like those RAM chips. That's probably like 1 meg of RAM. And then a lot of PALs and ROMs as well. But again, no electrolytic capacitors, right? We have the last card, which is the system controller, which has another 68000. Then this battery This could be like one of those funny toxic batteries that release toxic gases when they age. And then some ROMs. I will probably make another video that dives into the entire thing, but that's the system controller, so the CPU board basically. And we have the last board, which is a drive controller. So then I guess the data controller is just a SCSI controller. This is most likely for the drives, the funny drives that hook up to those ginormous cables, because those are drive connectors. Those are all the cards. Let me go get some hex keys to actually get off those panels. I found the 2mm hex key. I was just scared for a moment that this could be Imperial, because it's Ampex, it's an American brand. But no, they're metric screws, luckily. So here we go, that panel comes off, and oh, there's some sort of terminator on this panel. That's fine, I can disconnect that ribbon cable. Big ribbon cable that gets terminated here. And yes, okay, so this is probably for another power supply, possibly, maybe. This looks like a handle to pull something out, but I guess I need to remove more screws to do that. So I just see there's a tape drive and a hard disk. So probably the drive control is for the tape drive and the data control is for the hard drive. I have the hard drive that connects to the funny big ribbon cables. Oh, is that a hard drive? Ooh, there's something interesting in here. That's for sure. Has it come out though? It looks like it should come out, but not sure. Let's pull hard on it. Okay, yeah, it looks like it wants to come out. Kinda doesn't though. Okay. Is it connected to something somewhere? Probably. Let's actually turn it around to the back, open up the back and look if it's connected in the back to something. On the back, we got like this huge cable that I was talking about earlier that connect to the hard drive. And I have the little suspicion that there is another hard drive in here. I will take off that air filter first. Probably to just reveal fans. You can be so lucky you don't smell that. The entire system just reeks like smelly capacitors. Okay, can I take this? Yeah, I can take the whole panel off. This is turning into a very deep teardown. Here we go. Oh my god, it's heavy! Sheesh. Okay, here we go. To remove the connectors. It's very, like, the build quality is ridiculously nice. They knew what market they're making this for. And that's what surprises me. What surprises me that they use cheap capacitors that leak and smell. Apart from the cheap caps, this thing looks solid as fuck. So basically the fan pushes air into this below here through the cards on up here, and when you open up, because in the front there's a sticker saying you need to have the lid closed, the front closed for the cooling to work. That's what they're talking about. That's like the forced air cooling is important, probably. Someone cut off the cable. I am still speculating if the missing wire is because the machine failed spectacularly and shall not be put power on again, or if a copper thief, because this thing is a surprise out of the e-waste, if a copper thief came and stole the wire, which would surprise me because they did not take the ribbon cable. So I don't know, honestly. You know, I'm grateful they didn't take the ribbon cable, but no, I think Aaron took the cable. I think I remember Aaron messaged me about it and says like, okay, I stole the cable from it. It's easy to attach the cable again on it. But if it gets scrapped because you didn't pick it up in time, I at least have the cable. I think that was it. Maybe I am blaming Aaron for nothing at the moment, but this is what I remember. It also says on the fan shroud that this is a 220 volt machine, because that's an American color scheme with the blue, green, with the green, white and black cable. And we don't have that over here. We have blue, brown and yellow as our colors. That does not help me take out the hard drive. So the hard drive is still stuck in there somehow, but it stinks in here. This is like properly disgusting. Oh, I figured it out. You can remove that side panel here. There is a cage inside. The side panels are not structural. Or all the panels are not structural, apparently. This is designed like a goddamn fucking tank. This is insane. Here we go. So, I removed the screws and I can remove that panel, and here we go. There is the screw that I need to remove. I found it. That's a crazy huge hard drive. The hard drive is like as long as the entire thing. Like the hard drive goes to here. This is all hard drive. And I have a second one of those, but an external one. Okay, this does not work. This screw is fucked, and that's not good. I think I need to get some more forceful tools onto this screw, as much as I hate it. Yeah, let's try this, and if that doesn't work, and take out the big guns. Yeah, that most likely will not work. No, not at all. Then let's try this. Hey. Does not work at all. Yeah, I don't really expect that to work. Yeah, didn't work at all. I'm kind of stuck, to be honest. But whatever, I'm just gonna ignore that for now. And we're gonna go back to this panel here. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get some wire cutters and I'm gonna cut out the capacitors in there. Okay, now this is C6. So I'm gonna write on you C6, and this is C5. Can't write on you yet, so I'm gonna cut out C6. Zoink, and it's still stuck in here. Oh yeah, shit. Oh, that's glued. Okay. Are you a smelly cap? Kinda. It doesn't look obviously like bad. Well, you know, can be deceiving. So here we go. So now I removed all the capacitors of the backplane, where most of the smell comes from. Now I leave that like for a couple of days venting out, and then I want to know if it still smells. Yeah, it still could be the power supply. I still could think that the power supply could be our culprit, actually. So we now remove the capacitors of the backplane, and I'm not really sure if it's the backplane capacitors, because they look fine. They're Nichicon branded and they don't really smell. And the big ones kind of do, but the small ones definitely don't. And the smell still kind of seems to come from the power supply. So maybe it's the power supply and we actually need to remove the power supply. So in the next video about that computer, we will try to get out the power supply and look if we can find leaky caps in there, or if it doesn't smell anymore, then I'll not do that. But also, if you know anything about those Ampex system, it's an Ampex ESS5. If you have any software, documentation, knowledge, or anything about this system, please let me know, because I am desperately looking for anything about this system, because I want to get it working again. Also, did you know that I got a Patreon? I'm posting there updates, and also if you like the music in my videos, I make this myself. You get sneak peeks about music on the Patreon before they get actually officially released, and also you get all my music for free in high quality on the Patreon if you're a supporter. That being said, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps out so much more than you think. And have a good one. Take care. I'm out. Goodbye.